Welcome to Senior High School Voucher Program Orientation for the academic year 2021-2022. The Senior High School Voucher Program. DepEd is the institutional owner and regulator of the Government Assistance to Students and Teachers or GASPE programs it implements through the PAYAC. Executive Order Number 156, Series 1968, created the Fund for Assistance to Private Education or FAPE, a perpetual trust fund for financing programs of assistance to private education. This same EO created the Private Education Assistance Committee or PEAC, which serves as a trustee of FAPE. PEAC has been contracted by the DepEd to administer the GASPE programs, ESC for junior high school and the senior high school voucher program, among others. PEAC is represented nationally by its National Secretariat or the PEAC-NS and in each region by its regional secretariats, PEAC-RS. The rationale of the program. Republic Act No. 10533 or RA 10533, otherwise known as the Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2013, lengthens Philippine basic education from 10 years to 13 years. Republic Act No. 8545 or RA 8545 or the Expanded Government Assistance to Students and Teachers in Private Education or EGASPE provides the legal basis for the state-funded programs of financial assistance to stakeholders in private education. DepEd introduced the Senior High School Voucher Program as a mechanism to provide financial support to qualified students in the senior high school. Definition of terms. Non-DepEd Senior High School or non-DepEd SHS, an educational provider not directly operated by DepEd but granted by DepEd with a permit to operate a senior high school. This includes private high schools, private colleges and universities, local universities and colleges, state universities and colleges, and technical vocational institutions. Voucher, a subsidy given by the state to qualified grade 10 completers to enable them to enroll in a non-DepEd SHS of their choice. The assistance helps to defray the cost of tuition and all other published fees charged by a non-DepEd senior high school. The subsidy is not given to the student cash. DepEd instead pays directly to the non-DepEd senior high school where the student enrolls. Qualified Voucher Recipients or QVRs, grade 10 completers that qualify for the voucher subsidy. Voucher Program Beneficiaries or VPBs, QVRs that successfully enroll in a non-DepEd senior high school and thus benefit from the subsidy provided by the vouchers. Policy Statement. Uphold the right to quality basic education by increasing access to senior high school. Increase the diversity of senior high school providers beyond the current configuration. This in turn will engender a more dynamic system with the schools deciding and innovating their own. Provide greater choice to students and their families in deciding the senior high school program that caters to the needs and career goals. Qualified Voucher Recipients or QVRs. Automatically qualified students. Students falling under the categories below automatically qualify. They do not need to apply. Category A. All grade 10 completers in public junior high schools. Category B. All grade 10 completers in SUCs and LUCs. Category C. All grade 10 completers in private schools that are ESC grantees. Successful voucher applicants. Category D. Grade 10 completers in non-ESC private schools need to apply for vouchers. Voucher value based on Deped Order number 19 series of 2017. Voucher redemption and validity. A QVR redeems his or her voucher by the very act of enrolling in a voucher program participating senior high school. Upon enrollment, a QVR will inform the VP participating SHS of his status and present the necessary documentary evidence as report card with LRN for categories A and B, ESE certificate for category C, or QVR certificate for category D. Conditions for Voucher Program Beneficiaries or VPBs. After enrollment, VPBs may continue to participate in the Senior High School Voucher Program, transfer schools, shift tracks or strands to leave formal schooling. VPBs are considered continuing participants and retain their subsidy if they are promoted to grade 12 and continue to study in a non-DepEd senior high school. No maintaining grades are required from VPBs within a school year. VPBs lose their subsidy if they do any of the following: drop out in the middle of the school year, do not re-enroll in the following year, fail to be promoted to the next grade level, or are retained in the same grade level, transfer to another senior high school within the school year, transfer to a DepEd senior high school. Transferees. VPBs are considered transferees if they transfer to a different senior high school. Transferees are allowed, but as noted above, VPBs lose their subsidy for certain transfers. VPBs who wish to retain their voucher subsidy may transfer to another non-DepEd senior high school only after completing grade 11. VPBs need to satisfy the requirements for admission set by the accepting non-DepEd senior high school. Transfers where the applicable voucher value of the releasing school is different from that of the accepting school are allowed. The accepting school will be paid the lower of the two applicable voucher values. Shifters. VPBs are considered shifters if they shift to a different track or strand. VPBs who wish to retain their voucher subsidy may shift to another track or strand after the first semester of grade 11 in the same school, after completing the grade 11 in the same school, or in another voucher program participating senior high school.